Hi and welcome to this tutorial on how to make OSRS style music. I was the author of this Reddit page, and after some very helpful tips I decided to make my own tutorial on how to do this. Now, I'm a composer that likes to work in note programs, but that shouldn't matter because whatever kind of program that you want to use, whether it be a tracker or a music sheet maker like I'm going to use, what's important here is that you need the Runescape sound font to be able to make music that sounds good. Now, Runescape Reorchestrated on YouTube has made a sound font, so I have this link right here that goes to his Dropbox. And in this Dropbox, he has a lot of MIDI files. And what you want to do with these is that you download them. And after you download that, you're going to have all these things on your folder. And what you will be able to do is extract them from this archive that you'll receive, and you'll have all these folders on your desktop. Now, what's important here is that there's a bunch of folders, but not every one of them is important. For example, music has MIDI files for every single old school RuneScape song, which you can use in your MIDI programs later to import if you want to do remixes or whatever. But the point here is a soundback to sound font conversion project, which is something Runescape Reorchestrated has worked on, is going to be pretty useful for us. What you want to do is have a good look at this sound font releases. This old school RuneScape high quality version 1.0 is a collection of all the different kinds of MIDI instruments, and it's a sound font file. So I'm going to show you how to actually make use of the sound font file to be able to make RuneScape music. Now, I use MuseScore 3. It is a pretty useful program for at least my endeavors, and the setup for doing this is actually pretty easy. What you want to do, first of all, is that you want to go into, preferences right here. It's in Swedish, but you will have something called sound fonts done here. And it essentially is looking for folders where there are sound fonts. So you click add, and then you go into whatever folder you put that in, and then you select sound font releases as your folder that you want to extract from. Now you can take it from these two, the sound font instruments, and that is for individual instruments. But I found it best to use this big file instead. And you click on choose map, or choose folder, and you will receive them right here. Now, to actually use those things, you have to go into show and synthesizer. And in here in synthesizer, you can see I've already added it right here. You want to click on add, and you want to find the correct file. Now, all of these files up here is because I have imported those individual instruments. You don't have to. Over here is Old School RuneScape HQ. You simply click on load, and after that you should have it right here. Choose as default, should it be the thing that says here. And you're pretty much good to go. So when you want to create a song, you click on new, and you can skip the title making, and you can choose instrument. Then you have a bunch of these different kinds of instruments that you can pick from. Now, some of these have support in the sound font. In the case that it doesn't have it, it will actually go over to the default ones. But, for example, if we pick the piano, or we pick the male voice, or singing voice, and we click on done, then we will have a sheet here that has both of these. And if I were to play some notes for you, you could probably hear that it is using the old school sound font. And similarly with the men. And to finish it off, if you want to import those MIDI files that you find of all the songs, then you can just simply choose to open them, and then you can go to your desktop, look at the MIDI files, and let's say we will want to use Autumn Voyage. Well, then you can just simply import that, and let's listen to how that sounds. Now that's pretty accurate. It's not perfect, but this is as far as I could come. And I'd say this is good enough for music production if you want to make it kind of sound like RuneScape. Thank you so much for watching my guide, and see you next time.